I just got so excited to share with you guys all about our summer plans and our summer workbook and my planner for next year. And I was about to film like what we're going to be using next year. I'm like, we didn't wrap up last year. I just got super excited that I totally skipped out on just wrapping it all up for you guys, telling you all about what worked, what didn't, and what we've learned and all of that stuff. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what worked and what didn't this past homeschool year. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and this is This Ray is Schoolhouse. I told you guys about the name change in my last video and then I just kind of disappeared for the last 2 weeks. So I am sorry for that, but we are back. We have just been enjoying our little summer break and the slower days. And like I also mentioned in my last video, there's been a lot of construction going on our street. But don't forget to follow us over on Instagram. There I share a little bit more about our day, our day-to-day stuff and what we've been up to. Today's video is going to be all about what worked and what didn't. This was our first homeschool year. For reference, this was our first homeschool year and my 5-year-old completed kindergarten. So I'm going to be talking about what we used and what worked and what didn't for his kindergarten year. So yeah, just giving you guys a little background on where we were this last year, and also a little disclaimer, sort of thing. For our first year as homeschoolers, and it was kindergarten, I decided to put our own curriculum together, and I talk about it in this video right here. And financial reasons was why we decided to make our own curriculum, put it all together using a bunch of free resources and printouts and that sort of thing. For our first year, I didn't get any boxed curriculum, if you will, until towards the second semester. I started getting a little scared, doubting myself, and just wondering if I was covering everything that I needed to cover. Once we decided we were going to be sticking to homeschool, I didn't know if I wanted to do it the same way, putting it all together, because it is a lot of work. I mean, it was a lot cheaper, but it did take a lot of work. But again, those doubts kept creeping in of am I covering everything? Am I doing it correctly? Is this enough? And I mean, now I see that it's going to happen whether you have box curriculum or not, or you're following a very rigid schedule or not. The doubts are going to be there. But because I didn't know that then, I started looking into other things to supplement what we already had and also kind of figure out what we wanted to use for first grade. So I started buying a few things. The one thing that I did talk to you guys about in that video about putting your whole curriculum ready and what we're using for kindergarten, that sort of thing, which again, it's linked down below for you. I spoke about this one right here. Teach your child to read in 100 easy lessons. And I have a specific video for this one. It's a very thorough flip through. And in that video, I am just raving about it. I think we were in 70 some lessons in. And again, I was raving about it. It was working really well for us. And it actually did continue working well for us until we got to lesson 83-ish. 83, 84. And I think David was just kind of over it. The stories got longer. The stories got a little longer and it was a little more of a drag. I would pull out the book and David was just kind of, ugh. We ditched that. We started doing it kind of every other day to just kind of give him a break because he loved reading. And I felt like this book started to kind of chip away at that wonder and that wanting to read. So we ditched it and we stuck to our Bob books for a little while. By the end of this book, if you use this book properly as it's instructed and all that, their promise is that your child is going to be reading at a second grade level. So we have completed several placement tests for The Good and the Beautiful, for All About Reading, Master Books, and Logic of English. And he has placed in level 2 for all of these. But I not without any hesitation, not without any pushback. So I just want him to gain that confidence back. So we are going to be starting with level 1, but I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know when it happened. I don't know how it happened, but he has become like a very hesitant reader. He doesn't even really want to try to read it. He loves read aloud. Like I can read aloud for hours and that won't be enough for him. Like he wants me to continue. I don't know if it was this book or if this book just sucked all the fun out of reading. I don't know. So this following year, we are going to be trying out Logic of English, which we've already done a few sample lessons from their website, and David seems to really enjoy it. For handwriting, we used Handwriting Without Tears, and that worked wonderful. I've spoken about how I like all like the little sayings that they have, like these are the frog jump capital letters, something like that. We really enjoyed Handwriting Without Tears, so we will continue using Handwriting Without Tears for the next year, for the next school year. Yeah, not much to say about that one. We just really enjoyed it. It was simple, quick, easy, and moving on. For math, I used a lot of Pinterest activities. We used a lot of hands-on. I have a video of how we use mini erasers. Mini erasers are a big favorite of ours. We used a lot of workbooks from Dollar Tree. And then again, during second semester, I was like, am I doing enough? Let's see how Horizons curriculum works out, because I heard people raving about it. So I picked that up and it just wasn't working for us. I have a whole review on this one also, and I talk about a little more in detail of why it didn't work for us. The main thing, it just wasn't David's favorite. Like David wanted more. He was more of a mastery type. With everything that we did on Horizons, he wanted like more. He had a bunch of other questions and he just, yeah, it didn't work well. Like that method, that approach just wasn't for David. So the Horizons math, that's what we are using for review this summer, and we won't be using it for first grade. For language arts and writing, we use the Spectrum curriculum. These were awesome to supplement. They were straight to the point, very simple to follow, very affordable. I think they're also available at Target this summer. Like they brought out a bunch of the Spectrum curriculum, different levels, different subjects. So we will be using them again for next year to supplement our language arts curriculum. And we also use Explode the Code. You guys, Explode the Code quickly became David's like favorite workbook to work out of. It is simple, gentle, fun. We've been using Explode the Code. We used level 2 and doing just a page a day, and we'll move on to the next one. I haven't found the need to buy the in-between books. I know they have 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you found this helpful. Just kind of little wrap up of what we used, what worked, what didn't. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.